Hi, my name is Brett Zucker, and I'm the Chief Technology Officer for Bridgeline Digital. I want to thank you for your time today as I walk you through iAPPS, a powerful web engagement management platform that combines content management, e-marketing, e-commerce, and actionable intelligent recommendations within our iAPPS Analyzer product. Now, we're a Microsoft technology stack, so we sit on top of .NET SQL, and we've created what we call the iAPPS framework that combines common core components across all four of our products. So you think about content libraries that you might be storing information through Content Manager. You may want to leverage those through Marketeer and the email campaigns that you send out. The email campaigns may be distributed through folks who have conducted commerce transactions. Maybe they bought one particular product and now you think they may be interested in another. Right? So Marketeer has the capability to tap into both content libraries and transactions. And the idea really is that this is a common foundation to share information between all of our products, and it's that integration that provides the power behind iAPPS. Now, we also embed ISIS, which is an enterprise search server technology. This is an engine that powers a lot of the capabilities, including faceted search and drill down, within our product suite, and that is actually embedded at our framework level. We have open APIs and web services to integrate third-party and custom applications. And we really provide a seamless user experience for marketers to be able to interact across all four products in order to get their work done. Now, we deliver this model in both software as a service, so true multi-tenant up in the cloud. You've got that low cost of entry, the monthly software fees, as well as the traditional perpetual license, where you buy the software, you own it, pay an annual maintenance fee, and then choose where to host it. And that's where our fully managed environment comes in as well, where we are actually hosting for you in your own virtual world, and you get the best of that in the cloud, we take care of it for you aspect of software as a service with the benefits of ownership and isolation in your own environment that you get with a perpetual license. So that's a little bit about the power and the background of iAPPS. Let's go ahead and take a look at the product, and you'll first notice that it's cross-browser, cross-OS compliant. I am in Chrome on a Mac. Single sign-on system to all four, and depending upon what you have access to, your experience is going to change behind the scenes. And the first page that we come to is what we call our dashboard. Right? It's got commonly viewed actions, information, bits and pieces of information that you might need based on who you've logged in as. Now, I'm logged in as an admin, so I can see most things in the system. But I, of course, have the ability to customize the containers and add and remove those containers and basically provide a personalized experience on my dashboard with the information that I want to see. Our version also includes the ability to navigate very simply. We've re-architected our menus and gone through to both nomenclature and organizational aspects of our menus, including now going cross-product too. So I can jump from any page within our commerce product, Marketeer, Analyzer, to Content Manager, back and forth. It makes it very easy to drill into one product anywhere and get to another place within one click. And what's great about that is not only are we sharing data and information across of our products, now the use cases and the user experience is seamless across each of our products as well. So most of the majority of our functionality happens within Site Editor. And you'll see that we use inline navigational editing, right? Clicking on our icons gives us context menus, and depending upon the type of control that you have, and the navigation controls might have a different context menu. But the idea is that everything is done inline in context. You'll also notice, for those of you that have had versions that previous versions of iAPPS, we've gone away from the right-click context menus, and the reason we did that is because now with version 5.0 we are actually touch-friendly. So the entire administrative interface can be run from your tablet. So we are embracing the ability to edit content directly on something like an iPad. Now what we've also done is combined this notion of audience segment and device type. And this is huge. We've always supported responsive design, and our mobile strategy continues to revolve around responsive design. But now what we can do is we can target specific devices with specific audience segments with specific content. So maybe, the general audience on an iPhone sees one piece of content where, members on an iPhone might see a different piece of content. And so now we can actually choose different audience segments to target content, and also drill down based on device type. So if this is the general content for desktop, I can actually target an iPhone visitor on one of those audience segments. And now even here, I can start to create and edit my content directly. You'll see responsive design, right? Here's the desktop version. Here's the mobile variant based on responsive design. And I can actually edit the content through that same click and in-context editing on my mobile device. So we have the ability to target by audience segment, by device, specific content in a very simple, manageable user interface. And this is great because I can actually go through and maybe on the desktop I have these 3 videos, but on the desktop, if you're a commerce enthusiast, I can actually switch views there, change these videos, and now as simple as that, if you come in as an audience segment identified as a commerce enthusiast, you're going to see these different videos. From an analyzer perspective, we've also updated and changed the way our audience segmentation works. Again, keeping marketers in mind so that it's easy for folks to manage all of this themselves. It doesn't become too complex, too unwieldy, non-manageable, or unmanageable, excuse me. We've added some details to our audience segmentation around what their entry pages are, what pages from CMS they've actually visited, what keywords brought them there from search engine, was it paid or organic, and of course all of the watched events that they've triggered while they're on the site. So you can create maybe a referring site might be that they typed in commerce, right? So if this is the commerce enthusiast audience segment and they were either paid or organic search from Google, and they typed in commerce, got to the site, I can bucket them into that commerce audience segment and now target to them specific content. Some of the other things that we've added, and by the way, that becomes an incredibly powerful, easy to use element that marketers can do on their own. We've also revamped the way our grids and tree controls work. So now from the standpoint of having extensible menus, having the ability to select a menu and have actions that you can take on that. Same thing on the grid controls, right? So if I'm on a particular piece of content, in this case, I'm in that content library, I can actually select an item and get my action menu. We've even gone to sticky menus so that as I scroll down, all my actions are there. We've done a significant amount of usability testing on our libraries and come up with something that we think everyone, all of our customers love, and we've got incredible feedback from that. We've also, with our latest version, we've changed the way we do translation and microsite and language variant site management. So we made an easy-to-use system where I can go in and add new language variants very easily, where I can come in and just say, hey, here's the UI, the culture for translation engines, what's the prefix, so maybe it's ES for Spanish, so it's a step-by-step wizard to get all of those sites up there. We also have the ability to switch context very easily, so I can look at the French site in this case, and you'll notice that from between French and the master site was in English, we have publishing activity here, but on the French site, I can see what all of my master site updates are. So I can go in and drill down on all of these master site updates, and I can see maybe what content has changed, what pages have changed. Maybe I want to import those, right? So I can select a page, maybe view it, and yeah, I want to bring that into my French site. So now we have the ability to bring that in there very simply, again, so that a marketer can do it. And now I can import that into my French site, do translations myself. Or what was new with our 5.0 release is Clay tablet integration, where I can go in and create new batch projects for translation that automatically, through Clay Tablet, links up to all the top translation providers. So we have integrated workflow out to the translation providers and back, and the project management around those translation activities embedded within our UI with our release. We also have some new functionality. Let me switch back to the English side here with template building. So not only do we give people the ability to do all the inline editing, we've actually taken a great step in providing flexibility to administrative folks on the content management side, not to the general author, because we don't want them breaking brand and design consistency, but we've given administrators the ability to drag and drop controls to add new features, and we can even lock down controls to different drop zones on the page. Now, this is different than something like a page builder function because it doesn't allow the content authors inside Site Editor, for example, to start moving things around. We don't want to break that brand design consistency and information architecture that our customers pay so much for. But we also want to give them the flexibility so that they don't have to come back to developers to add new containers to existing templates. And we think we've got a great balance with Template Builder here. Now, lastly, continuing our enterprise partnerships. So we are Akamai, an Akamai enterprise partner. We've launched our Clay Tablet partnership. We also are an enterprise partner with Brightcove. So we've actually embedded through a new control our Brightcove integration so that within the UI of iAPPS, we also have the ability to manage playlists, choose the players, edit information about these and the tags and all that coming directly from Brightcove. So we are embedding all of their APIs in our UI for true enterprise integration for Brightcove video management. Combine that with our Akamai partnership on web acceleration, including things like our SaaS environment, and you can see we've got a very powerful offering for globally distributed, multilingual, multinational, multimedia-heavy applications. So that's a quick overview and review of iAPPS, and I want to thank you for your time, and hopefully we've shown that the power of integration between all four of our product categories is what differentiates iAPPS. Thank you.